organic mulches.
Yes, great benefits that they bring. It gives us an opportunity to put organic matter back into the soil,
Right.
Improving our soil tilth and all. And they also do a really good job of, when you put it down right, of keeping weeds suppressed.
That's right.
They really do a wonderful, wonderful job. And so you can't go wrong using organic materials to keep, to help you control your weeds, in your garden.
Sure.
You just can't go wrong with it.
All right.
It's just a great natural way to do it.
Yeah. And most people like natural, right?
That's right. That's what everybody's liking. Yes.
That's right. All right. So what are we going to use first?
Well, here we have some pine straw.
Okay.
And it's not. You can get this pretty much anywhere. Pine trees grow everywhere in our region, and so it's not hard to find. And it does, like I said, it does a wonderful, wonderful job. When you put it down nice and, I'm gonna say about 4 inches thick.
Okay.
Kind of go on the heavy side with it as far as putting it down. And it just do a good job of suppressing weeds. You'll still get some to shoot through there. But hey, you get out there and just pull those out.
Yeah, and they might be easy to come out.
Absolutely. And also, mulch also helps the plant to hold moisture.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna help their garden hold moisture, and with the hot summers that we get, any kind of aid that we can, keep water from evaporating up and stuff, this really helps to keep it down. So I'm going to just start.
Okay.
It's pretty easy to put down.
Okay.
All you pretty much with pine straw is you just basically need a good rake. And you can just kind of throw it out there and we'll rake it all in.
Okay.
Matter of fact, I just grab this and, and just go to town here. And this is pretty easy way to do it.
All right. So we just want to make sure we get the ground covered.
That's right. Get the ground covered. It's no. Hey, if you have some kids or grandkids, this would be a great, excellent way to keep them busy for a while. Let me see here.
So Walter, there's always a lot of talk about using, of course, pine needles and acidifying the soil.
Yes.
If you look at your research, right?
Yes.
It's a myth.
It's a myth. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Because you get people asking all the time. They'll say, hey, if I add, the pine needles will let acidify my soil. I'm glad you told me that. If you want to make it pretty and all too, you can kind of, use a rake to kind of, through here is a little soft. Right through here, this little area here. But I think that's pretty good shape. And like I said, you just come in, plant your plants, boom, go with it, and you're good to go.
All right.
Yes.
So we'll move to the next plot.
Okay.
Okay.
Now over here, we have what we call just our regular, I guess some folks would call it regular mulch, what you see pretty much everywhere. And as you can see, this wood chips, shredded wood, excellent material. Again, this stuff will decompose. It'll get in there, and just planting to it is going to help suppress weeds, going to hold the moisture, and the only thing I can say is maybe be a little careful where your mulch is sourced from, so to speak.
Yeah, that's a
sometimes
good
you may
point.
get hold to something you don't need.
That's a
But
good point.
most than likely, you won't have any problem.
Right.
And here, what I would basically do is probably,
Just grab a handful.
Just grab a handful. Eventually, I'm going to dump some of it in there.
Okay.
I'm just trying to get it where we can.
So how thick does it need to be, you think?
About 3 to 4 inches. And I just wanted to get that down. And,
Okay.
And then what we're going to do, another way to do this, I'm going to take this now, I can kind of manage it. I'm just going to
Got it?
go out here and I'm going to dump some.
Okay.
And then we'll take rakes and just kind of,
All right, that looks good.
work it in. Good. We just want to make sure we get it covered. Let gravity use, I guess. Let it flow down a little bit. This looks pretty good, Chris. Maybe, okay.
Yeah, it looks good and fresh, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks good and fresh.
Yeah, it does.
And again, this here will obviously, keep weed suppressed. It'll break down. Now, we'll tell you this, due to the high, the wood, it will use some of your nitrogen to help break down some of this wood. So
Right.
kind of just know that. But otherwise, this, you can just plant right on in here, and you're good to go.
All right, so here's our last plot.
Oh, here's the last plot.
Cardboard. We use
Okay.
Cardboard.
Okay.
And I know a lot of the master gardeners, told me they're not using cardboard, to put down to help suppress those weeds. So we're gonna put them to the test.
Yeah, put them to the test
put 'em to
because
the test.
I would tell you, it's really a natural product. Paper, cardboard is a natural product. And since a lot of things now also they use soy ink, for the printing of it.
Right.
So again, you got, soy going back in. So, and it's real easy. It's just a tremendous way. I really like it with ornamental beds.
Okay.
I really love it with ornamental beds, to put it down up under there. And I'm gonna tell you, it's over the summer, it'll get wet and stuff, but break down.
Yeah.
But I usually put it down and then put mulch on top of it. And so that's how I kind of do it at the house,
Okay.
so to speak. So basically, we have this piece of cardboard here, and you can find, if you're lucky enough to be near, like maybe a construction site or something like that,
Yeah.
a lot of times if you're real nice and walk up to the people, they'll say, yeah, you can have all the cardboard you want over there.
Construction site, big box stores,
big
anything that
box
throws,
stores. A lot of times they just want to get rid of it. Want to get rid of it. So we're just going to take it here, and let me see.
Got it.
Yeah, let's see how this one's unfolded. I think it's two.
Yeah.
We may have to.
Two?
Get us,
Yeah, it's
yes,
two.
it's two pieces, and I'll go here on the inside, and you take the outside. Okay. And when you're down, we'll get it all squared away here, nice and pretty.
Let me see if I can get that.
There you go. Yeah, set that one up. Okay. And like I said, if I had my box cutter, I would cut that part off. And so you might ask a question, hey, but won't it blow away? Well, now I don't know if the construction site would give you any of these, but if you got some hanging around your house or around your grandpapa's house or something, hey, you just set them down. They're not going anywhere. I would probably lay it flat like this, And it's going to take a lot of wind to blow, to blow that up. Or you can do this. And I'm gonna get over here where we have some dirt.
Some
to play
dirt,
with.
yeah.
You can just simply you can cover it with dirt.
There you go.
Again, around the edges, what have you. Let me get this. So either way you want to do it, like I said, this here works, putting some soil on it. Now, we always call it soil.
Yeah, soil, right.
We don't
Instead
call
of
it dirt, but
Right.
you just lay that on there. And, and like I said, you would come all the way up with the soil and just, leave it there and it'll do fine.
Okay.
Come back, plant your tomato plants, pepper plants, whatever you're going to put in there with it. And, again, once it gets rained on 2 or 3 times over the course of the summer, it'll loosen up.
Oh, it's going to loosen up.
More
sure.
water can get down there naturally to it. So, that's just something to consider, but it's really a great way to do it.
Okay.
And a great way to use up something that wouldn't be going into the landfill.
That's right.
You know, and also you're doing the construction people a favor too, by taking that off their hands.
That is good. So you did mention in your ornamental bed, though, you use this
Yes.
cardboard, but you actually put
I put mulch on it in my
All of it.
ornamental beds
Right.
because I want to make sure they look pretty,
Right.
when
Yeah.
people walk up to the house.
Right.
So, but I actually have my cardboard down.
Okay. And it does a pretty good job for you?
Oh, it does a great job. It does a tremendous job.
All right, Walter, we appreciate the demonstration. We'll see what happens, as they say, right?
All right.
We'll see if it works.
All righty.
All right. Thank you much.
All righty.
All right.